Well, I'm going to do a comparison of this walk around and of this 451 I bought, and show you what it looks like up close and give you my evaluation of the tractor. I also have my old 165 out here just to compare the two too. This tractor here is about probably about 50 some years of age. This tractor here is only about 10 years old. Anyway, let's walk around this thing. It came with a Massey Ferguson 1050 bucket loader on it. It's all set up. The nice thing about it is the loader is in good shape. Finish on it is good. It's got a quick release hitch on it here, so if you ever want to take the bucket off, it's got legs up here. You fold those down, pick the bucket up, fold these down, let the bucket down so these hit the ground. Then you can pop the connections here and use your hydraulic on the other side to lift it up so you can back out and it'll stand right there. One thing about this tractor, like I say, this is a three-cylinder Perkins engine, diesel engine. When I bought it, it only had like 80 hours on it. Finish on it is fantastic. I added another toolbox to it. It came with one here on the fender, but felt like I needed another one. That was a little bit smaller, so I went to the Massey dealer and got me another toolbox, and I mounted it here to the floor plate for the foot. It makes it a little tight in there, but I'm getting used to it. The thing about this tractor is the seat is a little bit bigger than what's on the other tractor there. This thing is pushed all the way back as far as it'll go. It makes it a little tight getting in and out with your leg. I'm so used to putting my leg right across the back of the gear shift that it makes it just a little tight in here. This one comes with a shuttle shift. It's in neutral now. Put it in gear, whichever gear, high or low range, and then push your clutch in and then go forward, push the handle forward to go forward, pull it back to go into reverse. So that takes care of that. Has the PTO on it. This one is set up a little bit differently than these newer tractors are, in that the PTO cannot be in gear when you start the tractor. There's a safety feature on it so it doesn't start. It keeps the tractor from starting without this in place in the off position. Once the tractor starts, then you can push the clutch down and engage the PTO. The other thing that this tractor comes with, show you here, is it comes with two balls that you can change out on the lower links. What's in there now is the category 1 ball. This is a category 2, so you can change that out on the lower links if you got a bigger piece of equipment. As you can see, these lower links are pretty hefty. They are like set up for a category 2 link. So, but primarily the tractor's, the size of the tractor, I would probably be a little bit hesitant to put a category 2 piece of equipment on there. The other thing is, with this, it comes with the anti-sway devices on it, so you can adjust how far this bar will sway over back and forth, and it's on both sides of the piece of the equipment. As you can see, the finish on this thing is fantastic. They did a good job. This tractor is made in Brazil. It came with a hookup for the loader here. So this is a hydraulic hookup here so that the hydraulic lines go to the loader. This is a secondary and another secondary set of remotes here on the back. So if you're using a dual action hydraulic cylinder, there's a valve underneath here. You shut these off so that it will flow through both sides of the cylinder here back into the hydraulic container in the base of the tractor. So each of these has a hook off, turn off rather. When you're using just a hydraulic cylinder that doesn't have a up and back on it, then you just use one side and you open up the valve to allow that hydraulic cylinder fluid to flow back through the transmission. Like I say, it has a PTO guard on it, and on the spline of the PTO it still has the factory guard on it. The tires on this tractor, as you can see, are a little bit smaller than these. These are 14-inch wide tires, same height still. These are 16-inch tires. They, like I say, they both come with at the same height on it. This tractor is a little bit wider than this tractor. Like I say, it's a little bit bigger, but it's a 56 horsepower. This is a 52 horsepower over here. The 451 is a 52. The PTO, I think, is rated at 48. PTO on this one is rated about 52. This one had a, when I bought this old tractor, it had a, what they call a hydraulic manifold put on it, so that you could run a couple different pieces of equipment off the back of it, or is what I've done is hooked it up for the remotes on the front. This old tractor, like I say, there's a lot more room to get in and out of here. Of course, I'm so used to picking my foot up and going over, whereas this one, this tractor, I have to pick it up a little bit higher in order to step across the seat and down onto the footboard of the tractor. They sit about the same height in the seat, so you're sitting about the same height. This one, I feel like I sit down in the tractor a little bit more. Of course, this one does not come with a roll bar. This one comes with what they call the ropes rollover protection system on it. I am going to get a hood and put on that for sun protection when you're out in the field. It has a quick couple here, so that you can push this down and it'll pop all those out at one time. This tractor had to get this loader on it. Bought it from another gentleman who had it on a 165, an older model 165. But anyway, like I say, the length of these tractors from side to side are exactly the same length. That new tractor, the 451, I'm losing a little bit of torque on it compared to this bigger tractor here. To be honest with you, to work on this tractor, being an older model, it's a more simplified tractor. It's going to be a lot easier to work on than this tractor here with the shuttle shift and some of the electronic components that are on that tractor. But this tractor I will be selling. I do not need two. I can only drive one at a time. But I will be selling the old 165. It's done me good. I'll sell it with the bucket and everything. I'll keep this 451 because of the four-wheel drive. The four-wheel drive on this tractor will make up for a little bit of the horsepower that I'm losing between the 165 and the 451. Because when I'm pulling and I can use that four-wheel drive, it'll add a little bit more torque to the front on pulling that out. This one has a 16-gallon fuel tank. I think this one has maybe about a 14-gallon fuel tank. But anyway, this is the comparison between these two tractors. So depending on what you want, what you farm with, I don't do a lot of big farming. I do cut the hay. I do have a disc mower that will fit on this 451. It's a right at a 7-foot disc mower that will fit on this tractor. It's fitting on this tractor now, and I'll be able to fit it on the newer tractor. Other than that, the neighbor, a friend of mine, he comes and cuts and bales the hay, cuts, rakes, and bales, and then he buys my portion of the hay. We do it on the shares. So, but anyway, I thought you'd be interested in that little comparison of these tractors. The review of the 451, I like it. Like I said, of course, it's a newer tractor. I'm just getting used to the setup on the seat. Seems a little tight to me. I might be able to replace that seat and put in a little shorter seat so I can get my feet across the top of the transmission there. So anyway, that's the review of the 451. They did a good job on it. I think it was built to compete with the other compact tractors that are out. John Deere has compact tractors, Kubota has compact tractors. So this one was built to compete with those. So enjoyed talking to you about this, and hope everyone has a nice day. Appreciate y'all.